have three eminent speakers today with us. Mr. Mohan Chandran, he's an IT expert. He's working for Maitra Hospital, Calicut, where he coordinates all the technology implementations along with IT operations for the facility. He comes with a rich experience of around 15 years of IT leadership, healthcare technology implementation, and IT operations. Before Maitra, he was associated with various organizations like Amrita Technologies Hospital, Wipro Limited, and Fortis Healthcare, wherein he has led full cycle technology implementation for various healthcare facilities across India. Articles of him has been published in various technology publications like CAO Review India. I would like to welcome Mr. Mohan Chandran onto the dais to give his perspective on the accreditation, healthcare settings, and process flows. Welcome.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, let's have a huge round of applause for Mr. Mohan Chandran, who will be speaking on digital journey and future prospects, technology implementation in healthcare, the Meltra experiences.
Good afternoon, everyone. I represent Maitra Hospital, Calicut, where I am the head of IT operations over there. So today I'm just going to speak about the digital transformation journey which we had for Maitra. So many of the institutions face a challenge in this area, but specifically through some specific set of things, we were able to achieve some elements of digital transformation. So Maitra Hospital, while building up Maitra Hospital, the management had a vision to create a healthcare delivery system which is globally acceptable with a proper empathic care and also transparent and ethical practices through a fully technology-based systems. So our vision is to become the best healthcare facility in India. So that is our ambition. So this is all about Maitra. So concept digital, or how to achieve a fully digital facility. So why it was technology focused? There were some key areas which the board was looking into for implementing the technology focused facility. So patient safety was one of the things through automated technology, and patient experience. The patient should feel the experience when he comes to a hospital. So we try to make it unique through some automated technologies. And clinical outcomes. Many of the time, post the consultation or visit of the patient in the hospital, the outcome analysis becomes a very big issue over there. So we try to align that perspective to find out the clinical outcomes in a proper manner. And from starting itself, align with Cleveland Clinic, the board had a vision of creating care pathways. We had achieved a part of that. Still, we are not completely achieved on that aspect. Still, it's going on. So last one is align to vision. Like, what is the vision of the board? The complete team should be able to perform that along with the things. So adaptability is one of the major things. If you bring up a lot of technology into the healthcare also, somebody should be able to cater to the requirements, and they have to drive the things. So that is the major thing. So this was the focus. And how did we achieve? What was the start for this? That is the thing which I would like to explain in the IT perspective. I'm not a clinical person. I am a pure technical person in IT. But whatever implementation which I have done, so I have the basic idea of the thing. So I'm speaking in that aspect. So this is completely on a IT perspective to set up a digital facility. So first what we have done is, like, we had made a very equipped in-house data center. So many of the areas, many of the hospitals, the challenge in IT implementation is like, whenever you try to build up new softwares and other thing, your core network or your core data center will be in trouble, and the IT operations team will be fully running around for this purpose. So the main focus of us to start with was to build a proper data center in-house and a fully managed redundant network. And apart from that, security-focused connectivity, because security is a major concern in healthcare aspects. where your data is safe, where you get set threats or something. So that was the second thing. And the third part was a call center. Normally in the healthcare facilities, we used to use analog phones. So for the communication purpose, it is fine, but for a larger aspect of technology implementation, we may need a IP-based technology phones or something. So we went for that. Next one was the choosing of the proper HIMS software. So that was a major challenge. Still that challenge is there everywhere. Nobody is completely satisfied with any of the Indian healthcare application suites. Still, we could find out a better application which was almost catering to all our requirements. Along with that itself, we have to set up some disaster management systems. Whenever your system goes down, you should be having something because your patient volume cannot wait for your system. So as we tell that our focus is on patient experience and patient's safety and other things, so you don't have much time to wait on the things. So disaster management was also done. And also one more thing, you have a big HIS which with all features, if you are not able to implement the entire thing, then there is no use of doing that. So up to the full potential, how do we implement the systems? That is the next challenge. So that also we were able to achieve. And linking all the patient modalities and equipments. Normally, all the procedures and investigations are normally done in all hospitals. And a bit more we have thought on that point. And apart from your HIS software, you have multiple softwares in your system used for multiple things. So if you are not able to collate all the things together, there is no point in going ahead with that. So we did all that things also. And last but the last one is the upgradation of your team skills. Like you have a lot of people working for you for your goal. So if you are not able to cater to your requirements, then there is no point in do. So upgradation of the employee skills was one of the major things which we had to do. So this is all about the start. So now I'll just tell you some of the key technology innovations which we have done at Maitra, because it may not have a link or sequence, but I'll just show you how we went forward on that. So one of the major things which we use at Maitra is the unit dose systems in pharmacy. For the IP dispensing part, we have a unit dose systems. I'll tell you what's a unit dose system. So whenever you get a IP indent from your pharmacy, you used to issue the items or dispense the items in a bulk. This machine helps you to dispense the actual quantity of the medicine to the patient. So if you're getting a requirement for 3 medicines or for a patient, this machine will automatically unpack your strips. It will auto-pack with barcodes and it will send back to the respective patient. So in that, there is a barcode for the accuracy and there is a reduced medication errors and less wastage of medications which will help you to do this thing. So this is one of the things which we use at pharmacy. And as usual, as used in many places, we are using IP cows for the IP areas where you will be able to enter the complete information into the cows. Because we are using a full-fledged EMR with IP and OP, complete documentation is in EMR. So all the IP document management and the EMR administration and prescriptions, everything is done through the cow. So this is a common thing. I think most of the facilities may be using. So as all the hospitals does, all the HIMS modules with full EMR we are using, and patient investigations and procedure data is integrated. And we are using one specific feature called electronic prescription in our system. Normally, what does this? We used to use ordering in IP and OP for all the doctors, but ordering has some limitations like consuming more time. You don't have a prescription history. So this is just like mimicking your paper prescription. But this seems to be a good feature for the doctors, so we are just continuing on that. So it has a it can easily convert to orders. In the new visits, you will be able to copy the previous prescriptions and get into the new one. And while conversion in OP pharmacy, you will be able to save some time on the TAT. And billing errors are less on that. So this is one of the things which you use. So this is some of the screens for that. I just put it on that. And one more major thing is the medication administration. Many places there is a challenge in marking medication administration in the system. So we were able to achieve the medication, we were able to eliminate the charts paper charts from the IP areas, and we were able to mark the medication administration in the system itself. So it has the options for all the dispensed medications. Obviously, it will come to the medication administration screen. Apart from that, you have POM medications, tapering orders, infusion methodology. Everything is available in the system so that there is no paper charts maintained over there. And our ICUs is having some specific, this one, like it is all cubicles, separated cubicles. So each cubicles is managed by a central monitoring system, and that is already integrated with our HAS for their vitals and other information. So there is no point of dual data entry in that aspect. So whatever you are entering in the system or in the ICU management system at the surgery point of time, all the things are automatically integrated to the HAS. So the 2-point data entry is eliminated over there. So I've just put some pics of that. So, and it has a mobility to get it access from anywhere in the world. Like the clinicians, if they want to see, they can get it from any of the places. And there are some basic surgery planning softwares used in cath lab and OT. I haven't mentioned the actual software names because I didn't want to do that. So all the surgery plannings has been done through these softwares, especially for the knee and hip replacements, which we do for orthopedics. And Cath Lab also has an in-house software which manages the data information of the complete processes. And we use speech-to-text recognition for the radiology reporting. As I was telling, because of this IP telephony implementation, we had multiple good things, including the nurse call management system and the Code Blue announcement. So we could integrate the network with your nurse calling systems, and as soon as one code is announced, you are able to get it through the mobile numbers of the respective team. Along with that, you can announce the same in the PA, or in any major things, you are able to integrate that. And the telemedicine is not evolved into a full extent. We are using this device for the peripheral connect because we have some peripheral centers in between. So the consultation with these people has been carried out by this telemedicine unit. So we are planning for a uplift of this methodology, which is in process. So one more highlight in the infrastructure part. Our infrastructure is well built, and it has an in-house BMS system, building management software, which integrates all the air conditioning, ventilation, lighting, refrigeration, and hydraulics. So the advantage over here is the monitoring part. In the clinical and non-clinical safety part, you have a proper alert and other mechanism on which the people will be alerted and the further things can be avoided. So this is one of the big advantage which we have. So as I rightly told, the infrastructure, your data center and other things is giving a big advantage to us. Like we are a small age facility. We have only 2 years old. Still, we have a big advantage on spending less time on this kind of things. So that was one of the biggest advantage which we had. Sorry. So apart from this, all the in-house softwares, we use ERPs for our materials management, finance management, and HR. So it is integrated. And small applications like incident management systems, in-house document management systems, and HRMS. All the things are integrated so that you have a common platform to get the complete information. So outcomes. Outcomes, I didn't have much data with me. I was just listing out my points because I couldn't get a proper data to present over there. So we could proudly tell that we are a digital hospital except for the patient consents, receipts, bills, and on patient request if something is there, it is available. Apart from that, we are able to run the operations without much of a paper. So along with that, document management challenges also are eliminated. Like if you are not using much of the paper except consent forms, you are able to manage the things easily. So, and we can call it as an eco-friendly environment, like we are reducing the number of films, papers, and other things. So we are able to achieve that up to a high extent. So patient experience and satisfaction, I can just show the data of some of the NPS scores, Google ratings, feedback trends. So many of the patient experience comes from the patient orally. They used to talk between each other. So if that is the case, I feel that we have a good response on that thing. And coming to the patient safety, reduced medication error is one of the major things which we can highlight due to our multiple initiatives we have taken. And real-time monitoring of all the parameters to reduce patient risks. And critical value parameters of medical equipments in mobile devices reduces the patient safety and other things. So we are still very in a low, I would say we are not in the full level of achievement. So we are still growing. We are a 2-year older organization. So we had multiple things on our mind to be taken up. So we were just waiting for the operations to be stabilized. So we are starting up. We have some other visions on that. So one is the care pathway integration. So as I told, from the initial itself, they had a collaborative venture with Cleveland Clinic to get the care pathways done. So what we did is we did a multiple bunch of care pathways manually with the help of each and every doctors. But when we tried to digitize that, literally there was no applications available in the Indian healthcare market to cater to that requirement. So still we were trying with some of the people to get it done. But the problem is because of the less demand in the market and the huge cost of development, nobody was able to do that for us. So we evaluated so many people, so we were just about to drop that. So in between, we just got an option with UpToDate. UpToDate had brought up with a new care pathway solution. They have almost built 60 to 65 inbuilt care pathways, which can be used along with any of the HIS applications. So we are just starting with them. We are trying to integrate it with them to get it done into our system. Even if there is no integration, we will be able to confirm and use the thing. And all the CRM solutions. Actually, we didn't work much on of the patient relation devices because we were thinking in another way, not only to attract the patients, we were thinking of giving a good care to each patients coming in. So last slide. So CRM solutions, we had a plan. And integrated BI solutions, we have some BI solutions, but it is not integrated fully. And clinical outcome analysis, and BLE-based asset management systems, RTLS-based systems, and AR and VR-based training solutions, surgery planning, and AI machine learning-based CDS systems. So this much things are there in our near future plans. So this is all about our thing. Thank you.
Thank you for the presentation. We have time for 2 questions, and I would encourage the students, please ask some questions, please. Students from no? Okay, I'll give to my colleague, Mr. Suresh from Sega.
Hi.
Hi.
I just want to know what's your downtime procedure. Do you have any backup system?
Yeah, we have an in-house backup system within our data center. Like you have a secondary storage to manage that. Apart from that, we have a cloud solution, cloud DR solution in Microsoft Azure, which will cater you even if your secondary solution is also down. So we would be able to achieve an RPO of 15 to 30 minutes at a maximum. So recently we are doing our upgrades of our system. So, pardon?
Even for outpatient?
No, for the entire system, if it gets down, so we will take maximum 30 minutes to get it up back. So that is our current plan.
Thank you. Any more questions? Any questions from the, yeah. Just one question, sir. Please.
Small doubt.
No
One
problem.
small doubt.
Tell me,
What is the lifetime or lifespan of the digital data?
As such, we have not defined anything because there is not a huge volume of data which cannot be maintained. So as per our vision, it can be remaining lifetime. So depending on the volume of data, if it increases only, we will have to take a call to archive or delete after some period of time. As such, we will be able to maintain it for a long period of time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mohan Chandran. Thank you very much.